be a star among cities. Historic, wealthy, and bustling with new businesses. That star's been dying for a while. Crime's on the rise, and with war brewing and the government tightening their grip, it's no surprise we're restless. Police might be keeping people safe, but there's only so much we can do about the seedy underbelly. With a prohibition, lawbreakers, criminals, and your everyday civilians are all forced into the same watering holes. Usually, it'd be my job to bust this place. But, maybe we can help one another. This place is more useful open. Especially when I have someone a lot more dangerous to catch than a few drunks. Ah, it looks like your first customers are arriving. Let's see if you can loosen their tongues. I'll be waiting, bartender. Don't let me down.
Okay. Oh. Hello everyone, it is Willow and we are playing Best Served Cold. I did not expect it to just get into it like that. Also, there is a warning on this game for, violence, and some other things. I will try to get a screenshot of it and put it up, but I just wanted to let you guys know that before we got into it. Yeah, so let's get into it. The last drop. The hazy overhead lights in your speakeasy buzz to life as the bookshop above you closes for the day. The bookshop owner and your landlord, Vincent Floor, takes a seat at the bar and begins mumbling to himself. What a day! Tsarn literature is Providence bound in leather, but my customers, my books, may as well be doorstops. It wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't pause and have to sneeze. Everything all right? Clearly not. If I ordered a cart of fools and received just one of my customers, I would have gotten my money's worth. Well, we both know why I'm here. I need a drink, so dazzle me. What would you like? This evening, some days your customers will be in a bad mood. This can also be caused by serving them a ruined drink or by choosing dialogue options that upset or anger them. When a customer is in a bad mood, it is shown here at the bottom left. Thankfully, serving a customer their favorite drink will lift their spirits and cure their bad mood. Press the drink serve button in the bottom right to start making Vincent a drink. Customers will usually avoid discussing unpleasant topics when in a bad mood. You'll have to cure it before you can interrogate them. As you get to know your clients better, make sure to learn what their favorite drink is. You can always ask them what they'd like to get a hint. Okay, there we go. Vincent perks up. Let's see if we can cheer you up. Ah, that's a spirit. Vincent loves the Eastern Ruby, and we want to lift his spirits and cure his bad mood, so let's select Eastern Ruby in the list to start making his favorite cocktail. To successfully mix a drink, you will need to add all the necessary ingredients to the shaker by passing through them with the arrow, following along the lines in the direction it is pointing. Once you start following the path, you will need to keep up the pace as the red arrow will start following you. Make sure it doesn't catch up with you before you reach the end of the path, or the drink will be ruined. Oh my, oh. That was scary. Well done. Vincent is no longer in a bad mood, and he's even gained more affection towards you. The more a customer likes a certain drink you give them, the more their affection towards you increases. Their favorite drink will reward the most affection. Customers will not appreciate being served a bad drink. If you fail to properly mix a cocktail, customers will be displeased, and you will lose all but one action for the remainder of the conversation. You know me too well. This is my absolute favorite. When I was looking for a bartender to run this place, I hoped for someone as good as you, but didn't expect it, especially with your background. This place could have become naught but cloudy moonshine and rough customers, yet you are already proving to be more than that. Supply lines for alcohol are fraught, so you'll have to adapt your drinks menu to circumstance. But a shipment of vodka from Ruskla came into my possession, and as such, some old classic cocktails are on the menu once more. Lucky me, I suppose. Anything else? Yes, I nearly forgot. A friendly warning, perhaps? My favorite gentleman's club is abuzz with chat about a crackdown on speakeasies. My companions have warned me that the local constabulary is looking to make an example of the flagrant lawbreakers. I see. It is unlikely they would target my establishment, and I have friends in the constabulary. But you should take precautions nonetheless. Try not to irritate anyone who might incriminate us, and don't compromise on drink quality. I'd imagine most speakeasies are brought down by dissatisfied customers with loose tongues. I'll be careful. Good. You see, there's a reason I bring this all up. Vincent reaches into his inner coat pocket and pulls out a folded newspaper. He spreads it on the bar top so that you can read the heading. Speakeasy guest found dead. Oh. Well, in the early hours of the morning, the body of an as of yet unidentified young woman was found in an alley off the Bukovay Boulevard. Bukovay police has since released a statement confirming that the crime took place outside of a speakeasy and that the proprietors as well as several guests have been detained for questioning. This murder is almost certainly the latest in a string of crimes committed on and around the boulevard by the so-called Bukovay killer. Citizens are urged not to attend these illegal establishments for their own safety and to inform local law enforcement if they suspect any illegal activity is taking place. Don't get too bothered by all this tittle-tattle. I'm certain these murders are fabricated by puritanical bureaucrats on the city council. Fabricated? I believe so, yes. With the prohibition in full force, perhaps the politicians created a serial killer boogeyman to keep people out of speakeasies. Just like the old fairy tales about demons in the woods, the claws of the Strigoi snatching the unwary and pulling them into the darkness. He takes a long sip of his drink and sets it down on the table, his fingers nervously rattling on the glass. A murder at a speakeasy doesn't mean visiting one is dangerous, but I wonder if those indulge in tabloid rumors can grasp that fact. I imagine the authorities will be paying closer attention to venues like ours. They think we offer safe haven to vagabonds and scoundrels, but all we want is to kindle the dying flames of conversation. Imagine their surprise when they see the depth and breadth of fine gentlemen and ladies who frequent our establishment. But heed my words, friend. Be on your guard. I will. We're on the Bakovi Boulevard, so the locals are a mixed bag. Consider the customers carefully. My friends especially are people of culture and arts. There is no doubt in my mind that some shady characters will show up, but I'd imagine most will be harmless. I'd hope so anyway. A mix of high and low society makes for a good blend. Honey and lemon, wine and cheese crackers, that sort of thing. Jokes aside, do be careful, bartender. I've invested a lot of money in this place, and while it's yours to use, I don't expect to be sweeping up eyeballs and teeth at the end of the night. Understood? One more thing. We both know that this is your last chance. I went out on a limb to give you this opportunity, and I've turned a blind eye to your past troubles. Make sure those troubles stay in the past, and you keep your nose clean. I get it. If you follow my rules, you'll be under my protection, and I promise I'll keep you safe. One hand washes the other. We have a deal. Good, good. Thank you for the liberations. I should return home. I hope business goes well tonight. See you. Every day we'll bring a different group of customers to your speakeasy. It's a big place, so look left and right to check for any customers seated on the edges of the room. You can click on a customer to call them over for a chat at the bar. Let's try this out on this mysterious woman in the back. The woman takes a seat looking exhausted. She squints at you like she can't decide if you're a friend or foe. Rough day? You have no idea, although you're on your feet all day serving people with too much money, so maybe you have some idea. Grundown Heights is fully booked, so me and everyone else in the laundry service are run off our feet. There's nothing like changing hotel bed sheets during a spice traders symposium. Do you know how frustrating it is to have a fat, bald old man explain the logistics of his spice trading company and how it made him rich, and he's doing that while you change his sweaty bed sheets? I can guess. Sometimes I push my face into a pillow and scream so loud I feel like I'm going to crack the walls, but then I stop and nothing has changed. Sounds like you need a drink. Yes, something that feels like being slapped in the face with a slice of lime. A slice of lime wrapped around a cricket bat. I trust your judgment. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. One drink coming up. I'm so excited. There are several indicators to the right of each cocktail to provide more information about the drink in question, including whether your customer likes it or not. A question mark means you don't know yet how they feel about the cocktail, while a star sign means it's their favorite. Customers will have drinks they like, ones they feel neutral about. This information gets updated every time you serve a customer a new drink. Serving liked and favorite drinks will improve your relationship with the customer faster than a neutral one. This indicates the smoothness of a drink, which determines how long a customer is willing to stay and talk after being served. In other words, how many actions you will be able to take during the following dialogue. Every new topic you discuss will cost you one action. Once the action counter runs out, customers will leave the bar, so don't forget to serve them a drink whenever you talk to them. Customers can be called back as long as you have actions remaining, but can only be served once a day. Meanwhile, the alcohol percentage shows how alcoholic a drink is. The higher the percentage, the more intoxicated the customer will get. Some questions will require a certain level of intoxication to loosen a customer's lips, but be careful, a customer that becomes inebriated will go home. Alcohol tolerance will vary from customer to customer. Now you know the power the bartender holds. The better your drink fits the customer's taste, the more affection you will receive. You can also affect a customer's mood as well as how talkative they will be after you serve them. Now let's make her a drink, shall we? Oh damn, this is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. After a long shift, my brain is buzzing. I just can't go home with all this fuzz in my head. When the prohibition closed the bars and clubs, everything else got more expensive. An opera ticket costs a month's rent. And with everything else being so busy... Why is it so busy? Well, there's the Spice Merchants Symposium, but then there's some big show going on as well. Everyone's wearing their fanciest threads, the women in those sparkly dresses and their heeled shoes. Looks like torture to me. Me too. At the hotel, I only see the clothes lying on the floor, stained with peppercorn sauce, coffee, nicotine, and worse. At least the folk going to the shows are clean. I guess I clean up fewer wine stains now, so maybe the prohibition isn't all bad. She downs her drink, wiping her mouth for any spills. Woo! I'll take that as a compliment. This watering hole's new, right? That old weird guy put me on this place. The Nightcap just opened, yep. The Nightcap, huh? Funny name. Oh, I'm Clara, by the way. Mind if I just call you bartender? You don't seem too prissy about the type of customers you get. Grendown Heights has 3 hotel bars, but I didn't fit in at any of them even when they served booze. The staff bar was all drunken bellhops, and the mid-bar was full of posers, and the Spire Lounge would charge me a fortune just for looking at the drinks menu. This place feels a bit more varied in its clientele. You got all sorts in here. We're all equal when we walk through these doors. Her smile is warm and she nods a little like she just made her mind up about you. I can get on board with that. Good. Well, I should be heading back. I got Bartsu sparring classes and a shift tomorrow, and if I don't get good sleep, both of those are going to beat the stuffing out of me. End conversation. Take care. Now that everyone has been spoken to, let's end the day by using the bell. Click the bell on the counter to signal all customers to leave and head home. You can also use it to end the day early when you don't feel like speaking to all customers. Wasn't I supposed to look? Okay. A new customer takes a seat at the bar. He takes a slow look around the room, then at you. He glances back at the entrance a few times like he expects someone to sneak in after him. The man doesn't hesitate to tap the bar, demanding the attention you're already giving him. What can I get you? How does this place work? Just like a regular bar? No butlers or whatever? I just want a drink. Anything in particular? I don't care. You choose. How does this place work? Just... Okay. I didn't realize that, Thank you. Didn't realize... So we literally don't know anything about this guy. Let's get him... Let's get him an evening prayer. Not bad at all. Very pleasant, actually. You've probably guessed that I'm here for more than a drink. We have business. Business? He sets down today's paper, but rather than turning it, as Vincent did yesterday, he instead lets the heavy pages land with a thud. The headline reads, Latest Bakovy Boulevard Victim Identified. In a statement to the press this morning, Bakovy police finally released the name of the latest victim in the string of murders by the so-called Bakovy killer. The body of 24-year-old Natalia Reed, a native Tisarn and lifetime resident of Bakovy, was found yesterday in the unnamed alley off Bakovy Boulevard at 6 a.m. in the morning by a local resident heading out for work. Police has since confirmed that the crime took place outside a speakeasy known as the Last Drop, which the victim, a junior accountant, was known to frequent in her off time to drink and gamble. The illegal business has since been shut down, resulting in several arrests. Police Commissioner Aldia urges the public to be careful and to come forward with any information that may aid the police in their ongoing investigation as the perpetrator remains at large. Natalia's family has declined to comment. Her employer, Mark Weaver, says only that he assumed she was just late again. Have you encountered anyone acting strangely at this establishment? Not really. I doubt that. None. Really? There's a lot of unusual behavior around right now. Did you read the news yesterday? Speakeasy guest found dead. Since you just served me alcohol, that would make this place... I was just making a drink for my new friend. Okay, no. You obstinate. You have a chance to show me how cooperative you can be, and you're letting your chance slip away. this badge. Great. He waits a moment to make sure you understand the gravity of the situation. I'm investigating a series of murders that took place outside established speakeasies. Are you going to shut us down? Speakeasies are, at the moment, one of the only leads I have. I may never say this again, but your business needs to stay open. The killer is using locations like yours, so one of your patrons could be a killer. A killer? There are a lot of speakeasies, but this killer is mobile. There's a good chance they've been here, and a good chance you've served them. I've only served one person. And she didn't seem like a killer, in my opinion, but... For a time, your establishment has protection from me and from the rest of the constabulary. This place is no longer a bar, it's a hunting ground where I will catch a killer, with your help. Your first assignment is to interview these drunkards and find out if any of them frequented that speakeasy where we found Natalia Reed. Do that, and I might just extend your time a little bit longer so we can figure out who's behind all this. I'm guessing there's no opt-out option. He shakes his head softly and pulls the badge from the table and places it back into his inside pocket. I did my homework. I know who you are. Just think of it this way. A reformed citizen. You should be more than happy to help out. I understand. You might not be too fond of the constabulary, but you have to be realistic. Right now we want the same thing. I'll do it. Good. Any questions? Where should I start? Give me a solid lead on the people in this establishment who were present at the same speakeasy where Natalia Reed was found. As a former criminal, I'm sure you know ways of making people talk. There's no doubt in my mind your less savory connections might know more. Once you prove you're capable of collecting this information, I'll accept I'm not wasting my time. From there, I can divulge a bit more about the case. I'll see what I can do. Let's move on. So you're part of this now. Time is short and I expect something solid from you soon. Speaking with customers will provide you with clues about the current case. These clues can be reviewed in the notebook at any time. Using the Show Clue button lets you present a clue from your notebook to the customer you're currently talking to, letting you ask them for more information or confront them with evidence. Presenting clues to customers is crucial to uncovering new evidence to solve your case. Helpful customers may be able to spot lies, provide new information, or provide an alibi, but be careful showing certain people confrontational evidence may just affect their mood. This case is the highest priority and you're on the clock. If we don't have the killer in 2 weeks, this gets kicked upstairs to Confederate force. And if that happens, my career's in tatters and your bar is finished. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. 2 weeks to prove we are not children playing detectives. 2 weeks to save our careers and our reputations. 2 weeks to make our streets safe and save some lives while we're at it. No pressure, though. Peter Wagner enters your bar. You recognize him by the scar on his cheek. It's been a while, and you don't know if you're ready to see him again. He takes a seat looking you in the eye. You can't tell if he recognizes you. You hope he doesn't. Welcome to Nightcap. Creative location for speakeasy. The filth are looking for old bars opening up again, not basements owned by bookworms. Make me a real drink so I can forget all the weak cat piss they serve in the stacks. If memory serves, you makes a good cocktail, though usually a bit sweet for my taste. Miss me, Peter. Every day. Was crying myself to sleep on a pillow soaked through with tears. You feel the same, I imagine. Sure. He raises an eyebrow and shoves a few coins your way. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out, eh? You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the bar. Peter leans low and his chin rests on the bar, the light catching the long scar on his cheek. His eyes twinkle as he looks up at you. Let's see if I can remember what you like. Let's see indeed. We don't. We don't know. Actually, this is all question marks. Let's just do this one because it had the highest numbers out of all of them. He doesn't like sweet. I should have read that. I'm not usually a fan of surprises in my drinks, but this is good. So you're a bartender now. Well, that's an odd one, but if you want to pull a curtain over your past, I'll go along with it. Peter's a criminal. More specifically, he's an enforcer for the feared crime lord Carla, but as long as you don't owe money, insult him, or spill his drink, you should be fine. Strange how that face with the frightening scar can light up a room when he smiles, though it doesn't happen often. How can someone so dangerous be so charming? Thanks. Your rival speakeasies ain't too appealing. I can see why you're getting busier. The other places either turn away anyone without a duchy, or they hose the blood off the dance floor each night. The last drop was the only one I could appreciate, but it got shut down a few days ago. You were there, huh? And what's your job these days? My collar is blue and I work with my hands a lot. Sometimes the other fellows in my line of work have a bit too much fun for my taste. You don't like your colleagues? I reckon my job ain't good or bad. It's neutral. Cause and effect and all that. What I do is the natural result of the system we all live in and deals people make. It's neutral. I take no responsibility for what happens to the folk I collect from. They know the deal they was getting into when they took the money. But even though I don't feel bad for them, don't mean I want to go drinking with gorillas like me who laugh about smashing open some indebted shopkeeper's skull. He takes a final long sip of his drink, sets the empty cup down on the table. You're not a complete monster. I'm just Peter. I play my part without prejudice or pleasure. Like I said, cause and effect. And now if you'll excuse me, this drink has had an effect on me and I need to take care of that. Sure thing. Okay, we've got one person there. He looks miserable, so we'll talk to him first. A miserable looking man sits down at the bar. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing that he's miserable. It's just that I said the same word. A big cloud follows him. Once he has your attention, he pursues the drink stacked behind you. What can I get you? I never understand these names. Something strong, please. If I'm doing something wrong, I might as well do it right. Anything besides strong? Not really, just strong. What does the goddess want you to order? And with fewer jokes, okay. Just something strong. We got 4, 7. Your tolerance isn't that strong. Is the thing. I can do a 5. You're going to be pretty... Evening prayer would be kind of funny. But he said fewer jokes, so maybe I shouldn't. Although I still think it would be funny. That's kind of awful. Can I resist? I can't. I am a simple woman and I can't resist. So goes down quite nicely. And you're He shrugs, placing the glass back against his lips and down to the wrist. When the glass is empty, he wags his finger for you to refill it. How about we start with your name? You really don't know who I am? I'm Father Lacey, but you can call me John. I'm a priest at the church up the road. Do you know this is alcoholic? We are permitted, besides, how could the goddess resent a priest drinking in this city? Is it that bad? If you took confessions too, you wouldn't ask. Oh. What do people confess? Everything you can imagine and more. I used to have faith in humanity. Here you go. Thank you. I'll be back soon. Godspeed, John. He downs the rest and stands up, tips his head, and takes his leave. End conversation. An obscenely glamorous woman wipes the stool clean before gingerly sitting on it. After a moment, she checks her lipstick in a pocket mirror before readjusting her coat. She leans forward to meet your gaze. Welcome. It's certainly cushy down here. To think this grand a place below a bookstore. How very Vincent. You know Vincent. Yes, he's the man who invited me. He probably mentioned I'd be showing up. He is quite the fan. Her nails tap rhythmically to some invisible music. You can't tell if she's waiting for you to say something in particular. Vincent hasn't mentioned you. No, he must have. Carmen, Olivia. There's probably some kind of list I'm on. A VIP kind of affair. I'm an actress / singer / radio host. If you haven't heard of me, you've certainly heard my voice. Her voice is silky and delicate like a silver bell. You don't mind listening to it even though it drips with audacity. Oh, that Olivia Carbon. Yes, Vincent mentioned you. See, we all need a little push to jog our memory sometimes. Perhaps you heard about the time I saved a performance of Dandies and Dames at the Classic Grand? Maybe. The stagehand forgot to leave a prop gun on stage. I ended up singing bang bang noises to finish the performance. The audience loved it. The director went along with it. The show got middling reviews, but I was praised for my quick thinking and my coolness under pressure. Can I get you a drink? Are you buying, darling? Put it on my tab. I'll be here often. I eagerly await your performance, bartender. Anything specific you fancy? Something fruity. I love tropical fruits in particular. Tropical fruits. I'll pour you something fabulous. Thank you, darling. My throat is absolutely parched. Okay. This is fruity. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna show up. And it's tropical fruity. Astonishing, flawless, incredible, divine, absolutely brilliant use of everything. Inspirational, honestly. What a day. Oh, did I tell you about my radio career? She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, she leans forward and curls her finger to pull you close. Well, today I spent the majority of my time reading contracts. I'm starting my own show, you see. Something, darling, something bold, something that'll knock the socks right off my listeners. I'm calling it Chamomile and Carmine. Classy, right? Absolutely. You're one of the first to hear about it. But, well, I suppose I let my mouth run when I'm a little tipsy, so more we'll find out soon, ha. Picture me, my sultry voice broadcast nationwide to the people of Tessara. Even the poor folks who can't make it to my stage performances. I'm so excited. Congratulations. Good things happen to good people, you know? Sure. Olivia swirls the last bit of her drink and takes a long sip. She wipes her mouth with a tissue before setting the empty glass down beside your hand. Thank you for the drink. I will be back. Though hopefully soon you won't have to wait too long to hear my voice. Kisses. With a slight stumble, she pushes herself up, winks at you, and takes her leave. See you soon. Okay, well, I think we're done. Kitty cat. At the end of each day, you return to your home office where you can review your clues on the clue board and try to make new deductions. Besides structuring your thoughts, the clue board also has another very important function. Some clues can be connected to form new evidence. Spotted a contradiction or two pieces of evidence that tell you something about the same person or event, try combining them. You can combine two clues by connecting their pins with red string. To place a clue you have found on the board, simply click and drag them over the clue list on the right. Clues on the board can be arranged as you wish to help you in your investigation. At any point, you can remove a clue from the board by dragging and dropping it in the clue list should you feel a piece of information is no longer important. The two clues you have right now seem to be related, don't they? Let's try linking them together. Click one of the pins, then drag the string to the other clue's pin and see what happens. Oh. Break referring to the last drop. The speakeasy were Jesus. I wish I could speak. where Natalia Reed's murder took place, before it was shut down. He should be able to tell me who else went there to drink, and if any of them visit the Nightcap. Components. Okay. Congratulations, you have created a new combined clue. Combined clues are key to your investigation. Building a solid case will hinge on making these connections. Asking your customers about these new clues will often lead you to new insights as well. Not all clues can be combined, of course, but if you're ever stuck, try and see if there are any new deductions you can make. To proceed with the next day, click on the coat rack to the side. Let's do it. I think we'll do like one more day. Well, well, look who's still open in a world of dwindling light. You're a beacon in the night. I don't plan on closing anytime soon. Oh. Now press the show clue button to open the notebook and present him. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Look for street smart. Present clue. The story about the board that got iced at the speakeasy? What about it? What do you think happened? You read the story. I'm sure the journalists did a great job. They always do. Don't be like that. I want your opinion. You're fishing and for what? I ain't got nothing for you. You and me both know how the show plays out. The paper spin the same stories. The hoi polloi get all worked up. And there ain't no one got the real facts except for the ones who know how to keep their mouths shut. And the folk who say city council are fabricating the killings, they got their heads screwed on wrong. Bakovi, officials can barely patch a hole in the road, far less stage a murder. I know a professional job when I see one, and this ain't professional, but it was done by someone who has experience, someone who planned it out real careful and who's done it before. Did you visit that speakeasy? Yes, and plenty of folk went there, so don't go making any interferences. Or inferences. I can't. You know what I'm saying, okay? Don't look at me like that. You can read it too, okay? I'm trying. You know where the line is. No need to see what happens if you step over. Who else went there? Hard to tell. It was a mixed crowd. Let me think. Elena Dragos, the type of rich blonde who don't want nothing to do with me. Last year she made a big thanks to her daddy winning the jackpot at a poker tourney. Elliot, the sour-faced alcoholic who popped in occasionally. If he was in school, I'd beat the snot out of him and take his milk money. I still might. And Killian Durand, the rich kid with the baby face and the soft hands. You taking a roll call? If this bartending gig don't work out, I suggest a job as an intrepid reporter. What do you think of that, Scoops? All right, I was just curious. Further questions you can always... Shouldn't I make him a drink? Is that not my job? I'm gonna make him a drink. Okay, we already read that before. A drink, Peter? Maybe just one. You don't want my lips loosening. Who knows what I'll say. Okay, so we still don't really know what he likes. He doesn't like anything sweet. Let's try this, like, coffee one. What in the world? Oh, that was scary. It went back. Coffee's pretty bitter, so I don't think that's going to be sweet. This career shift is starting to make sense. You have talent. Let's catch up like the old days. Ooh. Okay. All right. So we have questions now. We could ask, how's work these days? So between us, I assume you never went legit. Know anything about Natalia Reed? We have 3, so we could do all 3. Let's just... Do you know anything about Natalia Reed? Shame about her accident. Yeah, you look real upset about it. Her murder? Murder, then. I saw her here and there, and I reckon it's real odd she got iced. Why odd? She didn't seem the victim type, you know? Can you elaborate? He tilts his head for a moment. You see his eyebrows shift, giving you a knowing look. She was confrontational, fearless. Most people were intimidated by me, but she brushed me off. She brushed off my employer a few times, too. Usually the ones that end up victims are the ones who don't fight back. Even drunk, she'd probably put up a good fight. Really? I reckon so. Killed from behind, right? Whoever struck her probably thought they couldn't take her in a fight. The police or whoever is holding your leash should be looking at cowards. That's what you should be investigating. Who says I'm investigating? You're asking a lot of questions. People with our background know better. No one ever got iced for asking too few questions. You're right. Hey, if you got someone pulling your chain, I get it. Someone holding something over you, I guess. Maybe. Don't be coy. We go way back, so I get it. Right. So between us, I assume you never went legit. Let's both assume I'm not in the mood for this conversation right now. Ask me again when your words are as sweet as the booze. Let's catch up, just like the old day. Okay, so he don't want to answer that. Oh, because we need hired. How is work these days? Good, although I'm being real careful who I talk to these days. Trust is hard earned. Do you feel the same? Sure. I'll be straight with you when the time is right, but we ain't as close as we used to be. Let's take things slow. Well, I won't go home, but I can't stay here. Make sure you don't get in any mischief while I'm gone. That's my job. Will do. Okay. None of these people look all that familiar. You're by yourself. Let's talk to you. It's Harry Potter. A moody-looking man sits down. He takes a deep breath and hunches over the bar, avoiding eye contact. Long day? Every day is the same length. Can I get a cocktail? Sure. As your hand moves to grip a glass, he holds his palms up, stopping you. Wait. Please make sure it's a clean glass. All our glasses are clean. I'm sure, but I've had my bad experiences. Smudges and such. One glass, no smudges. Good. I'll have that cocktail. I am waiting. Any particular flavors you enjoy? Nothing too fruity. I don't like seeds or pith in my mouth. Maybe something minty? Okay. Place it on the table. Gives it a reassuring nod. Something minty. That's got mint. This has also got mint. Okay. Didn't he say nothing too sweet too? Or did he not? Let's just try this one. Oh, I'm sorry, I just hit that. I think he just said nothing too fruity, but just in case. Not bad. As long as the glass is clean, I won't complain. You watch him down the rest. When the glass is empty, he wipes it carefully with the sleeve, making sure to clean the rim where his lips were. You a big drinker? There's not much else to do in Bakovy. To be honest, I'm not usually out on days like these, but my date got canceled. Are you open the whole weekend? We are. Good, that's usually when I need a drink. I'm Elliot, by the way. I live a few streets over. Nice to meet you, Elliot. Can I get you another drink? No. I should head home. Thanks a lot for the drink. I'll be back soon. See you then. What? Did you guys see that? Okay. Striking redhead. A woman sits down at the bar. Her eyes are piercing, and she scans the room, then you, taking everything in. She's dressed up with diamond earrings, a pearl necklace, and a coat that could be mink. What can I get you? This place is as charming as it is easy to find. When Elena mentioned a speakeasy on the boulevard, I can't say I expected this. Money has flooded in the Bakovy Boulevard and washed away the dirt, but some of the character, too. However, it seems to have flowed past this venue without impact. I can't tell if that's a compliment. As close to one as you're likely to get from me. I'm Wendy Brooker. You might have heard of my father. You haven't, but she says it with enough confidence that you feel like you should. Well, I don't think you'll need to ask around too much to know my reputation. Impeccable. And if you stay on my good side, I'll even think of an endearing nickname for you. Okay. Do you want a drink? Don't make me beg. What does a lady like you like to drink? Something strong enough to make everyone look just a little more fabulous, but not too much. Let's see if I can impress you. A difficult task, but nothing is impossible, darling. Okay, so nothing above a 7. I think a good 5 would be perfect. Let's do this one. This one looks fancy. I don't know why that panics me every time. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go so fast. It's just like, it's a ruby, she's red. You know. A twist? Not bad, but too many of these and I'll get bored. I'll take this back to my table now, darling. Enjoy. The young, well-dressed woman sits at the bar and waits. She doesn't seem the happiest, but as soon as you look at her, she puts on a smile and leans on the bar. What can I get for you? I don't really know, if I'm honest. Too many options. How would I choose? I'd appreciate that. I feel about out of my depth here. Something light, though. I have work in the morning. I'm looking forward to trying anything you make for me. Any flavors you're fond of? May sound odd, but tomato. Oh, let's make you something nice. Okay, so tomato. This has got tomato. Anything else have tomato? No. This is one of these games I'm going to have a drink nearby. Not this kind of drink, but like a water nearby. Places like this are fascinating to me. I'm not used to all this. You're as welcome as anyone. She tilts her head as if she's wondering whether to agree or not. I keep thinking the constabulary will arrest me at any moment. If my friends were caught, they would pay a fine, but I'd end up in jail. I understand. Yes, I think you do. I'm Maria Papa, by the way. I'm here with my friend Elena. Speaking of, I should probably go back there. I wouldn't want to miss out on another story from Wendy about how her butler is getting fat and her swimming pool is too big. Good luck. You see her put on a smile, grab her drink, and make her way over to the table. Before he even sits down, you can tell this young man has an attitude. He frowns at the bar, his seat, the drink selection than you. You wish you weren't so good at handling men like him. You've had more experience than you wished for. Ayo, what? He looks your way when he sits down. When you don't immediately give him attention, he taps the table twice. What can I get you? Surprise me. Give me some hints? Well, I'm a big fan of rum, I think. You think. You watch him try to get comfortable. So he looks over his shoulder at the 3 girls he came in with and regards you with an urgent look in his eye. You're the bartender, so tend the bar and serve me something. I don't drink too much. My parents are into wines, not cocktails. I can handle that. Thank you. What flavors do you enjoy? Something with a sweet touch, like rum. Okay. Let's get you something nice. Okay, so that's got rum. That's got rum. So one of these two? Something sweet? That's got sugar syrup in it. Yeah, let's do this one. I mean, it's got literal sugar syrup in it, so... I should have looked at the alcohol. I keep forgetting to look at the alcohol percentages. Ooh, this looks fine indeed. I'm Killian. You might have met my parents at some point. The Durans? I don't think so. You might have met a doctor with that surname, though. It's fuzzy. Fine people, though I suppose this private doctor is perhaps a bit out of your price range for healthcare. With that, he pays... turns around and goes to sit back at the table. Okay. A young woman sits casually at the bar. Before she says a word, she looks at the list of drinks on the wall behind you, a tad confused. Evening. Hello. What can I get you? I don't know what I'm feeling today. I want something strong, but I'm also craving something sweet. What can you do? I can help you try to make up your mind. That'd probably help. Okay, let's roll the dice. Surprise me. Something sweet, but... Something strong, but I'm also craving something sweet. Okay. I just didn't know if there was, like, another... Something kind of strong, but also sweet. Well, it has to be at least a 5. So we've got this 5, we've got this one, we've got this one, and this one. There is the 7, but that does not look sweet. So, we could do evening. That's not sweet. That's probably not sweet. Sugar syrup, yeah, that's probably the best one we're gonna do. Well, I definitely don't hate it. Thanks. Have you been open long? Not particularly. I thought this place seemed new. Below a bookshop, too. I used to come here to buy books when I was a kid, whenever my father gave me pocket money. Either way, consider me sold, I guess. How'd you afford somewhere on the boulevard? Vincent owns the place. Right. Anyway, I'm Elena Dragos. I bought a few friends along. We're already a bit tipsy if you haven't noticed already. She didn't have to tell you that. They reek of booze. You hide it well. Yeah, we found a bottle in the basement and we're celebrating our friend's birthday. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for my friends. I hope they haven't wandered off. Take care. You too. So, I've talked to everyone. We know that she... Can I talk to her again? Hello. What does the girl... You already had a drink. Evening, Elena. Let's catch up on all the gossip. Okay, here we go. Risk friends. Who are the people you came with? How are you finding your time here? Pleasant crowd, mostly. There's a few people here that I'm not great on terms with, but it's a bar, so that's to be expected. Ooh. I'd rather not get into it, honestly. I have a feeling I know what you're talking about. Do you? Who? Elliot or Peter? Let's do Peter. Peter? Nah, Peter's a pussycat. You just gotta give him a saucer of milk and stroke his fur. And by that I mean give him hard liquor and don't owe his boss any money. That's my experience, at least. Maria's too. How do you know Peter? You mean how does someone like me know Peter? He's been to other speakeasies, and when he's not collecting money, he's a sweetie. Really? What do you do for work? Nothing. I guess you don't need to. Exactly. My family's fallen into wealth through sheer luck, and I won't let us fall out again. I have plans to keep us where we need to be. My dad might end up losing his fortune again, but I'll be glad to take him in when that time comes. Did you ever work? Sure, and for a man who... It doesn't matter, that's all in the past. Interesting. I feel like just asking about Natalia Reid is a little bit... We don't know her very well, so... What do you do in your spare time? I play competitive chess. I'm good at it, depending on who you compare me to. Marie and I have been chess partners since we were kids. Back then, we imagined that if we got good enough, we'd live the life of chess grandmasters. Play chess for trophies, live in hotels, go to parties, have crowds cheer our names. The reality is a lot of these events only pay you when you win, and the entry fees are exorbitant. Back in the day, we did overtime to afford the qualification fees. We'd be so exhausted from overtime that we'd never play our best. We'd scrape up enough money for one hotel room and pass out each night. Still had fun, though. Ever win? I won a tournament a few weeks back. Maria got second place, so we both qualify for an upcoming national tournament. Maria doesn't know yet, but I'll be paying to take us both there. That's kind of you. It's our dream. I understand. You and Maria. What about us? Are you two dating? Maria? No. But we're close. I must have been mistaken then. Huh? I get it a lot. Elena's still blushing. The topic seems to be something she wouldn't discuss unless she really trusts you. Ah. Wait, is that the time? I should get going. See you later. We meet again. Evening. What do you want to know, bartender? Tell me about yourself, Wendy. I love that idea. She opens her mouth in mock surprise and lets out a little delighted giggle. What's there to say? I grew up at Papa's old estate, home health, out in the country. I moved to Bakovia because I got bored. I come to dive bars like this because I love the entertainment. Dive bar? I'd say you fit right in. Oh, are we sparring? That's adorable. You continue to meet my expectations. I'll play along. Come, darling. I'm being exceedingly gentle. Let's get to know each other better. Or worse, if you prefer. I'll start. I was born, moved here, and now sat in this cramped little stool talking to someone who has a very colorful background. How do you know about my background? I know a lot, darling. And most of what I know, I keep to myself. This has been delightful. I mean that. It's refreshing to have repertory with someone who can keep up. Chin chin. Sure. What do you want to know, bartender? How do you know everyone? I'm cordial with Elena and Maria, and I know Killian. We met a while ago at a tango class. You know, in prohibition. Jesus Christ. At least you guys know what I'm trying to say. Don't get me wrong. They're not hideously dull or anything. I just feel they are slow to trust and reluctant to say anything genuine. You feel the same, or are you an open book? What you see is what you get. Like a cannoli. What's on the inside? It's what's on the inside that counts. I've noticed you do a lot of watching. You pour drinks while keeping your eye on your customers. The sign of a good bartender, or someone who is fearful of their own clientele. I can't blame you, though. Imagine if one of us were police. Are you? She laughs, and for the first time it sounds genuine. You've amused her, and she lets the mask slip for a moment. You've known plenty like her, and learned to never let your guard down around them. No. I wish there was something as exciting as police informant among us, but alas, we are as we seem. Well, other than Maria, she's not rich at all. Dirt poor, in fact. You can tell. If you look closely, you can tell. She purses her lips briefly. A smile flashes across her face. Not the friendliest thing to say. Friendly? What an odd concept. Elena pays for everything. Maria is a puppy in her purse. But we all do what we must. In her position, maybe I'd do the same. The poor girls' heads must be spinning. Evenings in casinos, speakeasies, and clubs with Elena, then back to her threadbare sheets each night in the stacks. What a contrast. It's cruel, really. You don't seem to like Maria. I don't like Elena all that much right now either. But, again, they might grow on me. Maria and Elena have some quirks which I like, imperfections, and they're both sharp as tacks if you haven't heard. Maria hides it under a shy facade, while Elena hides it under a layer of, well, blondness. Opinions are fluid. For example, I didn't care for you, but perhaps the tide is slowly shifting. Same with the girls, Elena and Maria. If they would just ease off on the chest chat and address the sexual tension in the room instead, I might enjoy their company a great deal more. I'm sure. You wear a lot of expensive items. I do. Aren't you worried about being robbed? If I'm outside, the best place someone could rob would be my empty home. If I didn't wear the nice things I have, I would be living the same life as a woman who had already been robbed, an unglamorous existence. The earrings are meant for ears, and jewels don't sparkle when kept in a box. Fair enough. Do you know anything? The dead woman? I knew of her. It's quite unavoidable when you're in the company of Elena Dragos. Especially when she's had a few drinks. How come? I could bore with long-winded stories about Elena's infamous drunken rants, but why would I deny the pleasure of experiencing them firsthand? You certainly seem to be well placed to engineer such a rant once again. Just give me a warning before you do so I may cover my ears in time. I will try. Oh, would you look at the time? I'm going to make my way home before the sun comes up. Good evening. Okay. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? I'm a people pleaser. Is that okay? I work at that old tailor's in the stacks. The other girls at Seems Good talk about drinking and dancing, but I just keep my head down. They think I'm dull, but I know that place would catch fire one day. There was a fire. That building is a death trap. We don't know who blew the fuse box. In a house of matches, it can be hard to find the first spark, you know? But it didn't burn down completely. Elena and I just can't play chess in the basement anymore. Oh, we play chess. When we were at school, we played for boiled sweets. It's a wonder we still have teeth. The women in the workhouse think I'm quiet and boring, but I watch them and I see things. Patterns, not just in the fabric, but in the city, in people, and most of all, in chess. Elena's good, but most days I can beat her. There's a fire in me. Competition, even without candy, victory is still sweet. You're a grandmaster? Not quite. Although I have won tournaments. We both won a few, but none that were official or major. Elena always beats me when the stakes are high. It's like the pressure of playing chess against my friend makes me wilt. In the heat of competition, she lights up and I burn out. She just wants it more. I once asked her what her secret is. I'll never forget what she said. Never dim your star to make others shine brighter. Any other hobbies that aren't so intense? Cooking, I guess. I make a good sarmal. But this is starting to feel like a job interview instead of a drink order. Fair point. You're not a big drinker. Not at all. If I'm honest, I come here because Elena asked me along. Leaving her at a bar alone isn't something I'm comfortable with. You're a good friend. I think so too. Elena and I have been through a lot. I like knowing she's safe, even if it means drinking. Oh, it's not so bad. Sometimes having a few drinks makes the book I'm reading even more exciting, though I often lose my place and have to read the same page over and over. You're welcome to read anything on the shelves. Really? I mean, thanks. Thank you. I wasn't sure if a speakeasy was for me, but a speakeasy with a library. Okay. We do, yes. We've been partners since we were 8. We met at a chess club in school. We were rivals, but ended up being best friends. It's a long friendship. I know her better than myself at this point. Chess is about getting into your opponent's head. I like it inside hers. Does that sound strange? A little. We can get very competitive, but we share the same dream. To get a little bit better every day. And to beat all those stuffy old bearded men at the chess council together. We know each other so well now that I'm not sure our practice is helping us get to the next level, but I also just enjoy the time we spend together. We dream of one day beating Bakovi's top grandmaster. We're getting close. Elena won a tournament a few weeks ago, and I came second. I was so happy. We played against each other in the finals, and it was intense. I felt like my whole life was building up to that moment. Since we were in the top spots, we knew we'd already qualified for the next tournament in a few months with the grandmasters. So in a way, the final was like a victory lap for us. Have I talked about chess too much? Sometimes I can't tell if I'm talking too much about something I love. But either way, thanks for listening. Anytime. Okay. What do you know about Natalia Reed? The accountant? I don't think I met her. I'm sure I didn't. Did you hear about her death? I saw it in the headlines. Like the start of some... One second. Some macabre murder mystery. But without the cheery ending, probably. The police will catch whoever did it. Maybe a killer can get away with murdering street girls or factory workers, but not someone like her. Let's hope. Do you want to end the conversation? It matters to attend to. Great, see you soon. Okay. We have 4 things and we have 3 questions, so why are you drinking so much? You clearly don't enjoy it. It's something to do. Nights are boring without parties. That's it, really. Killing seems to be hiding something. Perhaps serving enough alcohol will make him talk. Understood. I bet you here's... Okay. What do you think of Elena? Elena's a lot of fun to be around. She's like summer sun bursting through clouds. poetic. Very bubbly. Funny that someone like her can come from such a poor family. Lots of personality. Sometimes what comes out of her mouth sounds like intellectual gibberish to me, but even the most frivolous words are kissed on the way out by those heavenly lips. I thought he was, you know, okay. Okay. Natalie, read a little. I saw her at the Hotel Jubilee a while ago. I saw her, greeted her, and she threw up all over my new suit. I helped her get a radio cab home. Really? Yeah, she was a bit of a mess. My father always said loose women of meager means lack of ability to handle alcohol with grace, like more refined ladies. You know she's dead, right? Yes, Elena told me this morning. I was rather sad, but more in that fleeting, oh, maybe I'll die one day sort of way. I didn't really know her, so... That's all. We hear all sorts of... Guess we'll just end it. And that's the only two, so... Okay. Cool. I think this is where I'm going to call it here for now. It said that it was 2 weeks, right? So 2 weeks, that's like 14 days. If we do 2 days, that's 7 videos. If we do 3 days, well, we're going to have to do 4 days on the last one. That's more like 4-ish videos, which I think is, we can complete this in 4. This is definitely a game that I'm gonna continue. So, if you guys have any, I mean, we haven't met all the characters yet, I'm assuming, so, but who do you guys think so far might be the killer? Or at least know something. And, yeah. If you guys have any game suggestions, let me know in the comments below. If you like this kind of content, consider leaving a like and subscribing. It's free and it really helps out the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!